Oh, it was obviously tough today. I thought our bowlers worked really hard, but Alastair Cook was simply brilliant, and the whole England side batted around him and did a good job. So tough yesterday when we had a really good opportunity to make a big score and lost 7 for 60 odd. That's probably where we fell short. We fell short by 100 or so there, and that puts pressure on the opposition side. So we've got to be better in those situations. Come day 2 morning session, I thought it was pretty even after day 1. We need to grab the opportunity, and we've done that throughout the series, but didn't do it yesterday. So full credit to England, outplayed us so far.
There's the obvious comment to be made that the Ashes has been won, and now you're here, and maybe subconsciously have throttled back a little bit. Nathan Lyon said no chance. What was your take on that as a coach?
Yeah, we'd be disappointed if we did that. We've just been outplayed by a better side at the moment. So over the next 2 days, we've got to get back in the game and certainly make more runs than we did in the first innings, and then see where the game takes us from there.
Did today show how difficult it is to replace Mitchell Starc?
Oh, he's always difficult to replace, isn't he? Any bowlers are. We would have liked a little bit more bounce in the track, probably, if we're perfectly honest. And I think both sides would have. I think Jimmy said the same thing. So the wicket's pretty good. It doesn't break up here, so it's going to be good for 5 days. So it's going to be tough work. We've obviously got to bat well in the second innings. But Mitchell Starc's obviously a big loss, but hopefully he'll be right for Sydney.
And what went wrong for Jackson? Like where did things go wrong for you?
I thought he bowled good spells at times and then a bit wayward at other times. And that's the pressure when coming back into a game and trying to get wickets, isn't it? Searching for wickets sometimes. But then on other occasions he was very good. So it's always tough to get wickets on those types of tracks. And you've got to have some airspeed and control, and he'll get better. He'll be better for the run.
Just on the pitch again, and more generally about the pitches that you've seen so far this summer, what is your take on them as not just a coach of the Australian team, but just as a cricket lover as well?
Brisbane was too slow day 1 and day 2. Would have liked more bounce in that track, but certainly quicken up. And once we get quick and bouncy tracks, we see what we can do. So Adelaide was a really good track for day-night Test cricket, and Perth was quick and bouncy. So you'd like a bit more bounce and pace in a lot of them. Obviously, it's a big weapon of ours. But end of the day, you've got to chop and change, don't you? Sydney, I presume, will be a traditional Sydney track. So again, you get a well-rounded cricket venture around the country with 5 Test matches. But look, it is what it is, and we just get on with it, don't you?
Just how sick is Steve Smith, and are any other boys other than Cummins and Smith affected by it at this stage, and do you know what it is?
They've all been whinging. Don't worry. They'll be fine. They're playing cricket for their country, so a little bit a tummy bug, and most of them will be fine.
Just the dropped catches, Cook on 66 and 153, both Steve Smith. He's usually got such safe hands, but not so much this series.
No, he's been pretty good until this game. They're tough, low catches, and you've got to stand so close at the MCG. So that's not an excuse. We still expect to take them, and Stephen sets a high standard in the slips. So for us, we need to take those opportunities when you've got to get 20 wickets on a wicket that sometimes doesn't provide as much. So we've got to get better at taking those chances.